Damaging winds and heavy rainfall to impact much of the WA coastline tonight and into Sunday morning. And because of that, severe weather warnings are current from Kalbarri all the way through Geraldton, Perth, Bunbury, and all the way down to the southwest Capes and Albany. Now this means if you live in this yellow highlighted area, we could see damaging winds and heavy rainfall, particularly tonight into the early hours of Sunday. But of most concern are for our residents and communities who live on the coastline from just north of Perth all the way down to Bunbury and the southwest Capes. Now with any shower and thunderstorm activity here, we could see intense rainfall that could lead to life-threatening flash flooding and destructive winds that can bring down trees and power lines and cause major property damage. So please get ready this afternoon and into tonight for what's likely to be a wild night of weather for these coastal areas and in these yellow highlighted areas further inland. Now, what's making all this weather? Right now, sunshine occurring across much of the southwest, but our eyes are turning westwards to this area of cloud, and that indicates to us a strengthening cold front that is likely to bring all this weather to southwestern and even western WA as we move through tonight and into tomorrow. So let's time that out. Right now, pretty dry and quiet along the WA coastline, but showers and thunderstorms will start forming just off the coast between Carnarvon and Bunbury as we move into the evening hours of Saturday, and maybe even starting to tend to rain around our southwest Capes. Wind will also be on the increase as well. Then as we move into the overnight hours, that band of rain and thunderstorms, some possibly severe, moving into our inland areas, anywhere from Carnarvon, Geraldton, and particularly around the Perth, Bunbury and Albany area. Then that will continue moving eastwards as a band of heavy rain and thunderstorm activities overnight Sunday into the early morning hours, overnight Saturday I should say, into the early morning hours of Sunday. Rainfall will also spread inland as well, so for many of our farmers in the wheat belt, looking at a nice soaking rain there as well, but still a lot of wind. This system will then quickly move inland on Sunday afternoon, and by Sunday evening, the rain will extend from the Kimberley all the way down to the south coast, but really starting to clear up across western parts of WA. And then as we move into Monday, even clearer again. So the timeline really is tonight into the early hours of Sunday. Now the other main feature with this will be winds. So what we're looking at here are the wind speeds around 1,500 metres above the surface. But what that means is any shower or thunderstorm activity here has the ability to bring that wind down to the surface. And this is why we're concerned about damaging to destructive winds later this afternoon and tonight. As you can see here by the midnight hour, we've got a band of very strong winds sitting just above the deck of our coastal communities, including Perth, where winds just above the surface are approaching that 100 to 120 km/h mark, and these showers and storms could bring that down to the surface, and that's why we're concerned about that as we move into the afternoon and evening hours tonight. But notice it quickly clears on Sunday with much lighter winds on the way. Now the other feature is rainfall. As you've heard me say, we're likely to see widespread 15 to 25 millimetres across much of the state, including our interior, and even some showers and storms across the Pilbara as well. But the heaviest falls will definitely be along the west coast south of Carnarvon, and particularly between Jurien Bay, Perth and down into the southwest Capes. Looking at that in more detail, Perth could see a widespread 15 to 40 millimetres with isolated heavier falls there, but even heavier falls further south around the Capes and Bunbury, we could see falls approaching 50 to 80 millimetres there, and with any thunderstorms that do occur with this area. So please, if you live anywhere in that yellow highlighted area earlier, stay up to date the latest forecasts and warnings via our website, app and social media. Listen to all advice from emergency services, and we'll continue to keep you updated here at the Bureau.